นับสนุนโดยบางจากมุ่งมั่นพัฒนาพลังงานทดแทนเพื่อเศรษฐกิจไทย AIA คิดถึงประกันชีวิตคิดถึง AIA
และถ้าเราจะเข้าใจจุดยืนของฝ่ายต่างๆในศึกสงครามตะวันออกกลางใหม่ครั้งนี้เราต้องถามตัวแทนของเขาในเมืองไทยครับท่านทูตอิหร่านประจำประเทศไทยกับท่านทูตอิสราเอลประจำประเทศไทยเนี่ยความจริงเราเชิญมาให้มาเจอกันที่ห้องส่งนี้ครับแต่ว่าทั้งสองประกาศเลยครับว่าไม่สามารถจะร่วมโต๊ะกันได้เพราะว่าความไม่ลงรอยกันนั้นมีความลึกซึ้งเป็นอย่างยิ่งท่านทูตอิหร่านประจำกรุงเทพครับโมเซนพักกะอิงกับท่านทูตอิสราเอลประจำกรุงเทพจาเอลรูบินสไตน์มาตอบคำถามถึงแม้จะเป็นคนละวันคนละเวลาแต่ว่าท่านจะเห็นครับว่าจุดยืนของสองฝ่ายอิหร่านด้านหนึ่งถึงแม้อิหร่านจะไม่ได้ทำศึกสงครามโดยตรงกับอิสราเอลครั้งนี้ก็ตามแต่ว่าถูกมองว่าเป็นคนที่ชูอีกฝ่ายหนึ่งคือชูทางด้านเฮสบอลเลาะห์อย่างเต็มที่อิสราเอลกับอิหร่านมองศึกสงครามครั้งนี้จากคนละมุมไปฟังกันชัดๆด้วยตัวท่านเองครับ
Ambassador Rubinstein, why is Israel opening up two front war at the same time, one with the Hezbollah in Lebanon in the north, the other with the Hamas to the south? Why do you make such a big thing out of the two enemies so-called at the same time?
Well, first of all, we didn't open any kind of front not with Hezbollah and not with the Hamas. Unfortunately, one Israeli soldier was kidnapped in the territory of Israel, inside the territory of Israel. The Hamas passed the border that was established between us and the Palestinians long time ago, and they decided to kidnap one or two Israeli soldiers. They succeeded to do it only for one Israeli soldier, and to kill two more. In the north, again, Hezbollah entered inside the territory of Israel. They passed the border, the northern border of Israel, and they decided to kidnap two Israeli soldiers and to kill two more. We don't have any other choice. We didn't have any other choice. We have to protect our citizens.
The battle now for Israel is on two fronts. One is against Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. The other is Gaza Strip, the Palestinians. Why do you think the Israelis have opened up a two-way battle, two-front battle like this?
You see, there are some reasons which is very important. You see, Israel, without green light of the U.S., could not enter in this war. Okay. U.S. and Israel both, they needed this war. U.S. needed this war because of its failure in Iraq, in Somalia, in North Korea, and in Afghanistan. And U.S. wanted to divert the public opinion of the world and domestic opinion of the America to another thing. So recently, few days before the attack of the Israel against Palestinian, Mrs. Condoleezza Rice mentioned that we are going to remap the Middle East. So now they are looking for the new map for the Middle East to expand the borders of Israel to the Arab countries. This is their policy. So to implement this policy, they encourage Israel to attack Gaza and Palestine.
The Hezbollah is in the southern part of Lebanon.
Yes.
So far, the Israeli military forces have been bombing up to Beirut, Tripoli, which obviously are not the basis of the Hezbollah, and the casualties are civilians. You have been seen as being indiscriminate in causing casualties of the civilians in Lebanon.
You know, the problem is that we are answering to the sources of the missiles.
You mean you suspect that?
We don't suspect. We have evidence that the missiles are launching from Beirut, from other cities in Lebanon. We have evidence. I mean, according to Hezbollah, is not only a terrorist organization, but also a very weak, I would say, in various other ways, in a sense that it chooses to be covered and to be hide among civilians, among Lebanese cities, and among civilians in Lebanon, and really to hide its activities in order for us to hesitate whether to bomb their activities and their missile and their launching and their base if and when it's inside the cities. It's not, we don't choose where the base of Hezbollah are. They choose. They choose it to be in a hospital in Beirut, or they choose it to be in various houses or in various places or in the airport. For instance, do you know that they used the Beirut airport? Officially, Hezbollah used officially the Beirut airport, international airport,
to fire the missile?
Exactly. And not only that, to get a long, continuously supply from Iran, via Jumbo, you know, Boeing, whatever airplane they use, to land in Beirut airport and to bring more supplies and more missiles to their forces in the southern of Lebanon. We didn't have any other choice but to bomb the international airport. I mean, we have to...
Even knowing that there will be civilian casualties to bomb the airport?
No, because what we are doing, and I don't believe that there is any other country in the world that do the same. What we are doing before bombing any kind of civilian target or civilian possible target, we are sending a leaflet warning the people, warning the Lebanese citizens to leave, telling them that it's not our fault, that it's not their fault, that Hezbollah is hiding there. But we want to bomb the Hezbollah base. We need to do it. We have to stop the missiles launching towards Israel. And we are warning the Lebanese citizens to leave the place and to take leave from the houses or from the cities because of the Hezbollah. It's not because of us. The Hezbollah wouldn't be there, we wouldn't bomb. First of all, we continue fighting because they are continuing launching missiles towards us. Yesterday, they launched like about 100 missiles towards
in one day?
Yes, in one day, towards the city of Haifa. City of Haifa is the third largest city in Israel, after Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. The third largest city. 1 million citizens, Israeli citizens, left Haifa. And they are all over Israel, but they left their homes. Why? What can we do? I mean, so of course we have to stop Hezbollah. Takes us longer than we thought, but eventually we will win. Hezbollah will not be on the northern part of Israel.
And what happened the day that you bombed the UN post in southern Lebanon?
Again, it was a very, very tragic mistake. Very tragic mistake. My Prime Minister, Ehud Olmert, immediately phoned the Secretary General of the UN, apologized deeply, and also to the various countries that lost their soldiers. But again, it was a mistake. I mean, mistakes happened, and we regret it deeply. And we send all our condolences to the UN and to the Secretary General and to the various countries and to the various families. But again, the same mistake happened 2 days before, like when we shot our own pilots, mistakenly. I mean, again, it's a mistake.
Were you surprised by the fact that they had such powerful missiles?
Frankly, yes, actually we were surprised because, we had a lot of information that they get a lot of supplies by Iran, a lot of supplies.
Only Iran was supplying them?
Iran is the major, it's kind of a very interesting division. Iran support Hezbollah, Syria support Hamas. So each of them has its own terrorist organization. Exactly. Each country has its own terrorist organization to control or to operate, if you want. So we knew that Iran is supplying a lot of weapons, a lot of missiles, a lot of money, $100 million a year, $100 million a year, which is a lot of money. Sorry to take you to another point, but it's a very interesting story why Hezbollah started this war. Now.
Why? Now?
Because if you remember, months ago, Iran was under very deep and heavy pressure.
Over the nuclear
Exactly.
project.
By the international community, warning Iran to give up all the nuclear plans and all their abilities vis-a-vis the nuclear plans. And all of a sudden, before kind of either giving up or being very determined to continue, they decided to open another kind of battle. Via the Hezbollah, in order to divert the international community attention to a different issue. And they were very successful on that, very successful, because no one is talking now about the Iran capability of nuclear weapons.